J. You got it. You just can't walk up here. Strong J. Strong J. This is your moment, Strong J. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. All right, let's get it going. Let's get it going.
Are y'all having a good time? Y'all have to truly be excited and energized about today. Are y'all blooming? Have you bloomed yet? Do you feel different than how you came? Right? Okay, so this panel, I hand-selected each of these lovely ladies. Can we just talk about how beautiful they look? Okay, name this girl group at this point. No, I hand-selected this panel because I truly believe that these ladies represent what killing it on social media looks like. Like, you guys have had the opportunity to really live in your purpose on social media for the whole world to see. And it's truly inspiring. It has nothing to do with how many followers you have. It has nothing to do with how the algorithm, right? It's just truly admirable for you guys to be open and living in your truth every single day on social media. So we're gonna get into it, okay? First of all, I want you guys to introduce yourselves and tell us how they can find you on social media.
Hey y'all, my name is Charisma, and you guys can find me on social media at The Melaninaire. That's TheMelanInaire.
Hey guys, my name is Sarah Fontenot, and you can find me as Ms. Sarah Fontenot, MSSARAHFONTENOT, and it's non-negotiable pod.
Oh, very good. One more time.
It's non-negotiable pod. We have a new podcast, and it is awesome.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. I am Caitlin Davis, also known as Kate the Great. My social media handle is at Kate the Great, CAITTHEEGREAT __, because somebody told Kate the Great already. So.
Hi guys, I'm Mikaria Janae. You can find me Mikaria Janae on everything, MIKARIA JANAE, and for YouTube it's Mikaria Janae and TV at the end.
Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Gooden. You can find me on Instagram at The Good Influence, so TheGooden, Fluence, FLUENCE.
So right now, we're gonna get into it. Anybody can answer. What is the most effective thing you have done to grow your platform currently?
For me, I believe it was 2019. I was just stuck at, I think, like 150K for like months. And I remember I was like, oh my gosh, like I have never been in this predicament before. But you know, a lot of times when I do have that standstill, like ghost period, I try to educate myself on ways I can enhance my social media. And I was just binge watching YouTube at the time, and I was just watching a whole bunch of videos. And what I found out was the main key was education. So I was like, okay, education, all right, what can I do? Tutorial Tuesdays. So I started educating my community on how to edit videos, the mirror effect, as well as how to add certain music and get your transitions on beat and things of that nature. So really education added to your platform really elevates your value. Yeah.
So for me, we are growing a new podcast page, and we started brand new. We're only 9 weeks old, and already in 9 weeks, we have over 12,000 followers on Instagram, over 18,000 on TikTok, over 3,500 on YouTube, and over 8,000 on Facebook. And so for some of us, I have to keep reminding myself from a personal page, it's like, oh, this is not growing fast enough. Why are we not at 100K? And the other part is I hear God saying, do not despise small beginnings. And so sometimes we have to remember that no matter where you start, it's perfect. And the way that we go about growing is by being authentically ourselves. Like information, people love education, but really what they're looking for is themselves in you. And so if you're willing to share the real, the raw, the transparent, the authentic, like we've been dragged quite a few times, but I am here for it. Because you're either on one side of the fence or the other, and we will straddle it, okay? It is okay with us. So we are just authentically being ourselves, having a blast doing it, and not despising small beginnings, because no matter where you start, it is perfect.
So I kind of want to piggyback off of what she said. Y'all, I only have 5,000 followers on Instagram, so we're still growing. So really much, all you want to do is authentically show up as yourself. Like Skittle said, she hand-selected everybody that's up here, and imposter syndrome is real. Don't think that just because you only have 5,000, 2,000, 1,000, or anything underneath that you can't show up as yourself and still be at some of these panels and like be at the tables. You deserve that seat too. So just be yourself. That's all that is.
I also think Charisma is sleeping on herself a little bit because, yes, she may have 5,000 followers, but she works with some of the largest clients running their social media pages.
NDA.
She works with a lot of amazing celebrities, some of your favorite influencers and celebrities, NBA players and stuff like that. So that she runs her page. So don't just think that, oh, I only have 5,000 followers. Yeah, but you're also impacting someone. Someone seeing you and seeing what you were doing with 5,000 followers, and they hired her to run their page out of all the people in the world, right? So don't think about the small numbers at all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What are you guys doing to keep your audience engaged? Algorithm is tough. What are y'all doing?
I could speak on that. What am I doing to keep my audience still engaged? A lot of us go through a phase where maybe the results are not adding up, like the math is not mathing. When you are doing content, you feel yourself pushing, and you look at people and you see what's going on, but when you look to the left and the right and don't focus on your own journey, that's already where you just got it messed up at. So one thing to keep myself creative is following certain people who have the results that I want. Come on. So, removing the things that don't really help you to grow and watching certain stories that don't really feed the mind. So I like to follow certain people that I would like to be like the more elevated version of myself. So when I look at Kim Kardashian's content, when I look at I like Missy Elliott. I like watching her content. Oprah's content, and just other bigger influencers that are doing exactly what I see myself doing at a more elevated point. I just kind of take that, remix it, and then make it my own. Nice. It's important that you understand your audience. So when you look at that, when you look at the insights and you look at how much accounts are reached, and you see that sometimes, this week it came from people who are not directly following me. And then now understanding the age range, the age limit who follows you. You might have to push out more mature content if you realize the people who are following you are above a certain age. Or maybe, this group of people, this age group follow me, so maybe I should tap in more Reels or TikToks or more educational posts, how was past mentioned. So just really understanding your audience, looking at your algorithm, looking at your back office, and really trying to emphasize that.
Personally, you guys know TikTok. When TikTok came, it just ruined Instagram. Not really ruined, but it just made Instagram move differently. So TikTok, biggest thing that I study is that they love series, like part 1, part 2, or come back and watch X, Y, and Z. So I was like, okay, so that's getting a lot of engagement. How can I, because I'm really big on Instagram, and I'm trying to, convert to TikTok, but still on Instagram. But how can I make that same concept good for Instagram? So I was like, okay, series, what can we do? I have a personal inspirational brand, Be Great, where I sell shirts. So on Monday, it's Be Great Monday, and I share an inspirational quote with a Get Ready With Me with the shirt. On Tuesday, Tutorial Tuesday, where I share either a makeup tutorial, editing tutorial. Wednesday is either Workout Wednesday or Get Ready With Me Wednesday. So I'm inspiring you again to hit the gym because we got to stay fit. We got to be bad, period. Thursday is Tour Thursday, where I will tour. I only did houses so far, but I want to do cars. But basically, I would go to open houses or some of my friends who are realtors and builders and do a walkthrough of their $1 million homes and just manifest the places that you want to be. So the quickest way to get to where you want to be is to be exposed to those things. So go on that test drive, go on that open house and see, oh, shoot, let me feel the countertop. Oh, shoot, I can sit in this chair. This is me, okay? Friday, everybody get paid on Friday. So I'm gonna hit you with the Amazon Fashion Friday because I need to get your check, okay? So I'm gonna show you the great styles that Amazon have because you don't have to spend a lot of money to look good. Yeah. And I show that with my content. Like you can really get something from Walmart and look like you that girl. Yeah. And then now I'm trying to incorporate cooking on Sunday. The cooking videos been taking me out, but you see how I'm trying to keep you guys a lifestyle like travel, cooking, you working out, you getting ready with me, you getting like inspired, you getting educated. So that's me. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna say recently I've just been more real, more open, I would say, because I'm a YouTuber, so I vlog my life, and I do like weekly vlogs, daily vlogs, and things of the sort. And so as I've been on my journey, they'll watch my videos and they're like, I'm seeing more of your personality, because I'm a very introverted person. So they're like, I'm seeing more of your personality. I'm seeing you, like you're like, they can relate to me at this point. So that's really what I'm doing, just being more me, showing more personality, and it gets easier over time. And like, they're like, oh, you're actually cool. Like, yeah, like, because what we do, we post pretty pictures, and that's really, they think that's what we have. We have no personality, but really, like, I'm pretty, but I'm cool, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Come on. I love that. And I would say choose 5 words that really represent you and your target market, right? Like, I love that you were saying how, your target market, you have to speak the language of the land, because a 15-year-old girl and a 35-year-old woman do not want the same thing, nor do they speak the same language. And so for me, if you come to my page, you know that you're gonna get some motivation, inspiration, travel, lifestyle, fitness. That's really what my page is about. And inside of each of those things, inside of those hashtags, I only post inside of that. I always giggle when I see people that are like, yeah, I'm a singer, or I'm let's say I'm a singer. You don't have no singing on your page. How do people even know what you do? So are you representing your own brand? Are you branding yourself as who it is that you see yourself as?
I think that's super important because a lot of my clients, one particular client that I work with, she is in the hair business, and she sells like luxury hair. And she's like, hey, I don't know why everybody is waiting for my sales, or they only want to buy things when they're on sale. I know the quality of my hair. And I said, well, it's the quality of your branding. The quality of your branding, like you have this luxury hair, but you're doing all of your flyers on Canva, and you're not a graphic designer, right? So people will look at your branding and look at it as cheap, meaning that your brand is also perceived as cheap, right? So another thing about it is when she went on live, her hair was never done. So yeah, she has this beautiful bundles in, and she's talking about 2 years of wearing the extensions and blah, 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 blah. But when you get on live, you are a representation of your brand, right? The next thing is the environment, right? So if you guys imagine if you walk into Louis Vuitton and they like, hey, Shawty, you want this bag? Right. You would be like, oh yeah, they must be having a sale today. They're going out of business, right? But when you walk in, the ambiance, the aura, the display, the security guard, the wine glasses, the smell, the clean, there's not fingerprints from the last 500 people that walked through that door, right? It makes you feel like you want to pay that. So if you want your customer to pay high prices, you need to look high quality in every aesthetic of your from me. They're not ordering from me because I have quick shipping. It doesn't show that. All of your comments are like, girl, I ain't got my dress in 7 days, blah, blah, I needed it for graduation. You have to make sure that you are exuding exactly what you want represented about your business in every single way, right? When it came to me building the bakery, I was so intentional about making this a space for every woman, not just Black women, Christian women, Democrat, like every single woman. I want them to feel welcome in my space. So that means that I have to be cautious about how I speak, the music that I play, the events that we allow, the people that we, influencers that we let through our doors, right? The integrity of my panels, my investors, my staff. I have to be careful about everything, because if I say I'm building the next WeWork, right? I have to make sure that when you walk in the building, you feel that way. It's not based on my own personal feelings. You can't walk in Chick-fil-A and be like, oh, I know this Mark franchise. Yeah, they ain't even doing customer service right. It is a resemblance of the brand, right? So I want you guys to also think about that when you are branding on social media. You guys have done an amazing job of branding yourselves, even so that you've been able to get amazing partnerships, get featured on dozens of podcasts, work with top influencers. How did you guys make that shift in getting your first brand partnership or relationship that opened up other doors for you?
That was a really good question. I think it's a matter of being known for something, mastering one thing, and becoming great at it. So it's cool to be a jack of all trades, but a jack of all trades is a master of none. So when you focus and have tunnel vision on one type of aesthetic or a surrounding of aesthetic, then that's what's going to attract what you attract what you put out. So for example, my brand is The Good Influence. I am Kayla Gooden. So it's like, that came from my last name, and I really am a strong, firm believer of what this means to me. I'm Kayla Gooden. I'm the good influence, meaning that I'm not perfect, so I am going to give you it raw. I am going to give you it transparent. I'm going to give it to you real. However, I'm not perfect, but I'm also not bad. You know what I mean? So when I want to go out and I want to party and I want to have fun, that's a part of my aesthetic too. The good influence represents good. Not perfect, not bad, just good. So it's a focus on beauty, lifestyle, education, and empowerment, and entrepreneurship. So with that, that's what I represent on my brand. So beauty, hair, you'll see makeup, you'll see different things like that. Then travel, because I like lifestyle, and you'll see entrepreneurship, because I also own a purse business. So it's different things that I put out that now when you put it out and you're consistent and it's shared, now when you post certain things that you like you can add certain clothing brands like Arrive that you want to be a Fashion Nova representative or ambassador. Now, when you're posting, post quality pictures in Fashion Nova and tag. And when you shoot your shot, you never know what happens. But if you never shoot, you never know if you're going to miss. So it's always important to just take that risk and put yourself out there. And that's just really what we all have that fear of, is putting ourselves out there. No one wants to really put themselves out there. So when you have those clothes that you like and you see yourself as that elevated version, you tag. And they just might hit you up, or they just might repost, and that's always a start, but you have to be consistent with it. Show that you are an advocate of this brand. Do unboxing reels. Change up your content. Look at other Explore page things, sounds that are trending. All of these things get the attention of what exactly you're trying to pursue with partnerships.
I think one of the most important things is like fostering relationships. So the very first partnership I ever had was with Palmer's. I had like 1,200 followers at the time, and they paid me $1,000 to talk about some skincare stuff. And I got that collaboration through one of my closest friends, Kayla. She's like an influencer person. Like, she does all of that. That's like her thing. So she's like, Charisma, all you have to do is like get in front of the camera and show how you use this particular like moisturizer. I did that, and then from there, when I tell y'all, like, the collaborations just started coming in, because your content speaks for you. So again, even though I don't have that many followers, anything like that, like, your content speaks for itself, and then people will come back to your page because they see that quality. Like, I think a part of the reason I'm on this stage today is because my birthday photo shoot, I did a whole rollout, y'all. Like, I'm not Beyonce or nothing like that, but on my birthday, I was. Like, I literally recreated the B-Day album cover, and I had like 6 images after that. So I think from that, like, my page started getting a little bit more attention again, and now I'm here. So just foster those relationships. You don't know who you're sitting next to. You don't know who you're in the room with. Like, literally, before y'all leave, talk to the people next to y'all, because you really don't know who you're amongst. So those relationships.
Love it. Yes. When I'm like, where do I even start? So most recently, something that I'm really excited about is when you are feeling like you're in your peak state and whatever it may be, sometimes shooting your shot at companies. Most recently, I got a partnership with a company called The Virgin Hair Fantasy. Has anyone in here heard about The Virgin? Yes, it's a wig company, right? I am going through a space where I love my natural hair. Look, this is authenticity, okay? And I talk about this on my story, and that's why people rock with me, because I'm not the girl that's gonna be like, oh yeah, girl, this is all me. No, it's not. This right here, unit. And I say that to say that I was walking them through my story as simple as, oh my God, guys, my hair really needs to take a break. I've been putting so much heat on my hair. I've been styling my hair. I've been product in my hair. My hair is tired. And before my joint comes from this to this, I'm gonna need to do something a little bit different. So I bought, actually two, I bought 2 units from them before, and on the second one, I tagged them. Now get this, guys, and I'm probably small baby compared to y'all on this stage, but for my story, I charge people $500 to affiliate with me for me to post on my story, and $2,000 on my feed, right? Because my page gets an average of 1.4 million views every 30 days. So I already know my analytics. I can screenshot it and send it to you. You get to decide whether you want to work with me or not. And so inside of that, I was not getting paid anything. I was like, I genuinely share what I like. I genuinely share what looks good. And I did a before and then after, and I was like, baby, lace where? Oh my God, okay. And so now they actually reached out to me, and we did a 90-day partnership together where not only, well, I ain't gonna say all of it, but I'm also getting paid on top of the partnership to do a lot of really cool stuff. So I was like, wow, it all comes from just sharing and then building those relationships too. When you are authentically yourself, you never know who just loves your vibe. And most recently, I have a really good friend that became my friend because of how I show up on social media. And literally, he's come to do 2 of my podcast hosts. This is a global icon, guys, and connected me to new people because of how I show up on social media. So you being you, that is your superpower and a really great way to get brand deals. Showing up as your best, because my makeup was slayed. Let me tell you, when I put that joint on, I was ready for them to reach out, and they did.
For me, I started this process in college, not knowing that I was doing content creation or being an influencer. I went to FAMU, the best HBCU, okay? But yeah, I was literally taking pictures and uploading it to Instagram like it was my diary. And I joined this hair club called Impressions the Beauty, and I started doing monthly hair like parties in the dorms. Like I would bring all the girls in and I would teach them how to do their natural hair. And from there I started working with Cream of Nature and Lottie Body. I think they was paying me like $200 a month. And I thought I was doing something, baby. I was like, ooh, I got me $200. Not if I knew what I knew now. But we ain't gonna get there. So I started doing hair content, and then my friend went on, just like you, relationships. My friend went on an internship in Miami, and she was working with this brand called Touch Dolls. And I believe at the time, Touch Dolls and Fashion Nova was on the same scale. And she was like, well, this brand Touch Dolls wants to just, give you free clothes while you take pictures and post it. I was like, free clothes in college? Yes, baby, sign me up. Why not? So I was doing that, and then from there, Fashion Nova came, and then Pretty Little Things. But it's all about relationships and creating quality content and showing your community what you really like to do. Yeah. So a lot of times with this fashion opened up doors with me working with Nike, and from Nike, like AT&T and Ford. Like everything is honestly a snowball effect, okay? You show up for yourself, the brands will show up for you too, as long as you're doing the quality content. Yeah. So relationships, consistency, and just being true to yourself. Did y'all hear that? Yeah. Okay. Which one was my largest? I'm sorry.
It's the best problem to have.
I'm trying to think, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on. I think it was Home Depot. Home Depot. I'm really huge in the HBCU space, guys. If you follow me, I designed the FAMU Dunks. Yeah, thank you. But from there, I think just that partnership. But even before the FAMU Dunks, I worked with Nike 3 years ago. So they started this campaign called Yard Runners, where basically they reached out to different alumni and current students who own businesses. I think it was like 10 of us. to come just do like a little press release for Nike. Like you just get your story shared on like all their platforms, like sneakers app, Instagram, stuff like that. So that was 3 years ago. And then fast forward last year, they was like, yeah, I want you to design a shoe. I was like, oh, shit. You know, and but I actually didn't get paid that much for Nike. It was more like not necessarily charity, but it was more for the university than it was for me. But also it opened so many doors, like Home Depot, and their cause was, shoot, y'all, I'm sorry. It was called HBCU Retool Your School. Basically, they was doing a campaign giving out checks to campuses to redo their school. And that came from there, and that was honestly my biggest one. But literally, you just never know what opportunity or campaign will open doors for other campaigns. Like, I strongly believe AT&T, I just went to the Final Four with AT&T for HBCU, and the actual Final Four had floor seats, everything, because of Nike, as well as Home Depot. So you just never know. Just be diligent with your craft and be true to yourself.
Yes. You guys, what is the biggest mistake that you made on social media, and how did you bounce back from that?
Biggest mistake on social media.
I gotta be fast. You could go.
Why you gotta be fast?
Oh, because I know. I got a list.
Oh, but come on with the
All
list.
the things I've done wrong.
That's what we do. We need to learn.
Ooh-wee. I think the biggest mistake I've ever made was trying to show up like I had it all together all of the time. Perfection is not relatable. It doesn't exist. And I can tell you, when I started my first business in health and fitness, I was like the poster child inside of the company. And I had so many people come up to me and say, oh my God, you're so amazing. You inspire me so much. I got started with this person because of you. I'm like, wait, why didn't you get started with me? Because they couldn't relate to me. They like to be inspired by me, but they didn't think that they could keep up with my part of my journey. So sometimes showing the worst parts of ourselves, like I said, people aren't even really looking at your content. They're looking for themselves inside of you. And no one is perfect, so don't try to act like we are.
For me is, what campaign was that? I think it was some TV show like Prime Video or something like that, or like just think of just a TV platform, and it was a show about cowgirls. And that's when I knew I just messed up. And I signed the contract, and I had to put on a whole cowgirl hat and then sing some song. And I didn't get any impressions, or like it was just terrible. And from there, what I learned was, don't do things that are not true to yourself. Yeah. And also, when you do that, you're also damaging your own community, because you're not standing up for yourself and doing things that you are true to. So yeah, that was my biggest mistake, taking on brand deals, even though like the money is green, that's not aligned with my values. So don't do that, y'all. It's a waste of time, and it's gonna hurt you. I promise. I'm not kidding.
I think my biggest mistake was after I had my son, maybe almost 3 years ago. Yeah, I have a baby. Yeah, I got a baby. I got a toddler. My baby's about to be 3. But after, thank you. It's in the genes. But after I had my baby, I stopped being as transparent on social media, because I feel like you have to foster, or you have to like keep certain things sacred. And people had came to my page before, because before I was even like an influencer or anything like that, I had a blog and I would tell all my business. Like, I'm talking about all of it. So once people start seeing me like scaling back on that, and all they see is like the good stuff, then it kind of creates this false narrative, like she thinks she's so perfect and she don't ever have anything going on. No, I just talk to God now and not y'all. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all my business, but I can't put y'all in all of my business. So I think that kind of hurt me just a little bit, because like I said, people kind of start making you out to be this perfect person, and I'm far from that. My life is not perfect at all. Like, I just show up every day, so.
Okay, show up.
Anybody else?
Okay. I really do agree with what you said, like having that time where everyone wants time for themselves. Everybody wants to take time away from social media, especially times like this. It just seems like irritating sometimes, some content or just some trends or just things like it's just hard to really maneuver sometimes with social media, because what's exactly popping? Is it TikTok or is it Instagram, or like what's wrong with the algorithm, or what's this? But what I realized is I always have time periods of inconsistency. I'm sure we can all agree We all have times of being inconsistent because maybe we get in our own way, and I always find myself getting in my own way. Like, this is not what I like. This picture is not that. It's not worth posting. It doesn't matter. I don't want to see it. But it's always the pictures that you're very reluctant to post or events that you don't want to show that, get the most likes. And sometimes, I don't have a caption, so you don't want to post. Or I'll post it to the next day and wait the next day. You're ruining opportunity to really grow and be more than what it is. So it's like, if I see how consistent one influencer is, and I want to measure up to this person, and I see myself in a bigger space that I can, coexist with this person, but I'm not putting in the work, then it's something I have to go back to the drawing board. But meaning, I still have to put in the work. I still have to show up. I still have to post my best content. So inconsistency is really like one of my big mistakes, like not being consistent with content. It could ruin deals. It could ruin all of the work that you put into to build some type of brand that you want to represent.
Absolutely. When you think about inconsistency, think of one of your favorite restaurants. Would you continue to go to that restaurant if it was always closed, right? That's what your followers are doing with your page. They're like, I'm finding someone else that I love that talks about the same thing, that talks about their journey, that's being transparent, that's showing me the way. I'm gonna go over there because this person isn't showing up for me anymore. So it's like if you go to the church and the pastor ain't never there, right? Like, you're like, okay, well, I mean, these people are cool, but I really wanna hear from this person. So when you fight with being consistent, all of those people that are super inconsistent with their brand, think about that. Like, there is one girl whose lives could be changed because of you, but you're not showing up for her. Take on somebody else's role, right? The last thing I want to say, first of all, was this panel amazing? The last thing I want to talk about is one tool that has absolutely changed your life or business. For me, it's definitely AI. I am a AI junkie, literally an AI guru. Y'all, like, I'm gonna do some classes. Girl, mom, y'all already got all the classes, but I am the type of person, I'm using AI for everything. Like, it's almost scary. I don't know if y'all heard, like, it was a whole Atlanta, it was like an Atlanta shooting a couple of weeks ago, and this guy was on the run, right? I found AI software where they put his picture out, and I like searched his AI, and then I found his Facebook, his Instagram. I'm on a plane to San Diego, and I'm sending it to my family like, y'all, look at his Instagram. Okay, so there's AI for everything, okay? Literally, any dude that's trying to catfish you, you can put his picture in the software, and it will tell you every page that this profile came to. I will put that software in the in Girl Mob. I don't have it. I don't have my phone, so I don't know the name of it. But there is software that will absolutely do that, right? I got y'all. Secondly, OpenAI, ChatGPT. You guys, like, when I used to sit down with my team and create full 30-day plays. Like, okay, this is what you're gonna do in 30 days working for me. Day one, this. And it would take me days. I'm like, what would they do on day 3 if they're working for me? You can literally go into ChatGPT and say, hey, make me a 30-day performance plan for a boutique, right? To grow my sales by 20%. And they will give you a performance plan. Now you have to bend it a little bit to match what it is that you sell and cater to your direct audience. But that's something you would have had to spend hours of your time doing. So don't just solely rely on AI. I'm not firing my entire team, which is what people are, AI is gonna make people not matter. No, that's not true. Technology cannot work like the mind, okay? But get into it because it will save you so much time and so much money.
So for me, it's not more so a platform. It's more so another social media platform, actually. So LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I think a lot of people sleep on it because it's not like the traditional like Instagram, TikTok, whatever, but all of the opportunities that I've gotten in the last few years, these celebrities that I'm working with, athletes, artists, all of that came from LinkedIn. So the last few positions that I got, everything that I post on my LinkedIn, it always comes back to me tenfold. So please go update y'all LinkedIn's. Like when I tell y'all people are watching y'all. So LinkedIn for sure.
I love that. Dang, AI, okay. Sheesh. Right, ready. I'm actually gonna take this in a different direction as far as my answer goes. I would say to focus on getting full yourself. One of the biggest hacks on social media that I got from me was unfollowing people that don't make me feel good. One of the other biggest hacks that for me was to stop comparing myself to someone else's highlight reel. And I know for me, I've been the person that was every hashtag. I've been engaged twice. My second fiance, I'm not engaged right now, right? And we were every hashtag, Black love, relationship goals, Black excellence, power couple, but in reality, it was really toxic. And so I think there's a lot of the times where we are constantly looking at other people, wondering why don't we have this? Why aren't we like that? Wow, she's so pretty. Wow, he's so great. Wow, they make so much money. Wow, look at these cars. Oh my God, they have the shoes. All of these things, and that is great for them, but we don't know what their real life is. And our reality is so much more important than our perception. So the biggest hack that I could give is to make sure that you are full yourself. And if you're new inside of business and you don't have a team, I will give this one little thing. When I first started well, this is years ago, but there is an app called WordBoard. If you have a Droid, I'm sorry. But if you have an iPhone, I know that you can get this app. And WordBoard for me, a lot of the times when you're new, if you're not using AI or you don't have a team yet, you're having the same conversations with people in your DMs. What's your product like? How much does it cost? You're getting the same questions, right? And if you're squirrely, sometimes in the time that it takes you to copy and paste that person's phone number to then go to send them a text message and grab whatever you're gonna take from your notes to then send them whatever it may be, it's like squirrel. Something happened and then you never actually send the message and you might have just lost your future client and future best friend, right? So inside of that, WordBoard just allows for you, like your keyboard, to send whatever it is that you're going to send. And it changed the game for me a long time ago, but now there's so many cool things.
So it's like a word and you make it.
So it's it's an app on your phone and you load it. So if someone were to say, hey, how much does your program cost? And I feel like one of the biggest mistakes people make is they answer right away. No, baby, I gotta qualify you. So now I'm saying, well, what is your goal? You know what I mean? Like there's certain things that we're having these conversations about, or what are you most interested in, blah, 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 blah. And you run them through your scripts to qualify whether or not they're actually a client or not, but you already know the answers you're going to give. So you write them, you save them, whether it be your website or whether it be your headshot or whether it be your bio or whether it be, whatever it is, load it into your WordBoard, push a button and it sends.
Wait, so WordBoard connects to like your DMs?
No, WordBoard is in your phone. It's on your keyboard.
I'm trying to figure out the actual word for that.
Like if there's an emoji, like when you want to switch to emojis, you switch to WordBoard. And you load all of the little tabs that you have. So you just push the tab. Hey, we need your headshot. Boom, here we go. Hey, what's your website? Boom, here you go. Hey, we need your bio. Boom, here you go. And so now immediately it's easy to send. You know, people are always asking for your pictures. Like, boom, here you go. With Bitly, makes it really short and all the things. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I had to unpack that one. I had to know a little bit more. But for me, I'm big in fashion. So Pinterest is my biggest, that's my best friend. So I would literally go on there and find my inspiration, as well as TikTok. I believe TikTok is the second biggest search engine after Google. So I will go in and put in summer fashion outfits, and then I'll find that and then go back to Pinterest and go back and forth and figure out what I want to do for content. So Pinterest and TikTok search engine.
Okay, so my thing is just being different. Now, it's not something it's not something I recently just started doing, but since I've been on social media, I've always just been different. One, because I'm me, and two, because I just don't like doing what other people are doing. And I feel like in this day and age, everybody is just trying to do what they see other people are doing. Oh, she's doing this, or she's dressing like this, so I'm gonna dress like this, or I'm gonna get my hair like this because she's getting her hair like this. But me, I just had a mullet. Who would get a mullet? That's not something you just see people doing. So I just like to be different, and it's just in me. It's not something, oh, I see everybody doing it, so I'm gonna be different. But I genuinely like to be different, and I think it's just a good way to be because people gravitate towards that. People like me because they like my fashion because it's different. It's not what you would usually see. So yeah, I feel like just being different, and that's just how you have to be at this time and place. If you want to start YouTube, you got to figure out a way that your own niche, like something that you do that everybody else isn't doing, because everybody wants to be a YouTuber now. Everybody wants to start your channel. So you just have to find a way that you're going to be not like everybody else, and they're going to be like, oh, yeah, I like to watch her because, you know, she's just not like everybody else, really.
Okay, well, I really heard some good ones. Every time I thought of a new one, somebody took it, and I'm like, dang, all right. But LinkedIn, I will comment on LinkedIn. It has helped me a lot with a lot of brand partnerships. For some reason, it's like a sneaky link, LinkedIn. Yeah, sneaky link is LinkedIn. It comes with a lot of actual, first of all, everybody in there is reliable. Everyone in there is professional. It's literally a professional networking engine, and it's just, I don't know, it's just so bomb. And once you actually make a profile and make a professional picture with it, and say exactly what it is you want to do. I am a lifestyle influencer. I am a travel ambassador. I am whatever the case may be. And employers can actually search for a specific word like influencer or ambassador, and you can pop up. So it's just really how you cater your LinkedIn page. I know with mine, like I spoke to my past employers or past brand sponsorships and asked them to leave a review on my LinkedIn, just to jazz it up, get people to endorse different skills that you have on LinkedIn. I love me some LinkedIn, so that was fine. Also Pinterest. Pinterest is good for, like, I use Pinterest a lot. It's good for everything. It's good. It has like little picture tutorials I like to see.
I'm addicted to
new
Pinterest.
styles. Yeah, deep into Pinterest. I love Pinterest. It just has like a lot of different, I don't know, inspiring ideas, even for photo shoots, for content creating. One thing that I just started getting into was scheduled content on Instagram. If you click like the 3 bars that's on your profile, you can schedule your content. And this kind of helped me just recently be more consistent and post on a daily page without having that stress. Or even like when you save post, I don't know if you guys save post often, but I always save post often if I like a sound or I like the quality of the video and I want to remix it and do it in my own way. The save tab is fine. If I want a new hairstyle, like, oh, save. If I like an outfit or I see a page that I might want to do a sponsorship with, I always shoot my shot. Like, hey, I would love to collab. Are you interested in partnering?
Don't be scared to shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to shoot your shot, y'all. Are y'all scared to shoot your shot? Okay, y'all not scared no more. Good. A lot of, Sarah, to piggyback off of what you were saying in regards to the engagement and being in a relationship and people looking at it as ideal, one thing that I try to live with my husband is really in our truth. Like for the relationship people that are in the room, this has nothing to do with social media, but it has something to do with real life. Every single month, me and my husband go on a date, and we call it an evaluation date. And every single month, we go on this date, and the question of the date is, what can I do to be a better wife? And I allow him to tell me, and then he asks me, what can I do to be a better husband? And he allows me he listens to me, right? And it could be, oh, I need this, I want that, I want more attention, I want more time, or whatever it may be, right? Understand where I am right now in my business. I'm trying to sell my business. My husband's trying to be on the beach for real, right? Like, every week he's like, oh, Tuesday, I'm thinking about going. I'm like, babe, I'm in the middle. I just hired 5 new people. He's like, man, fire everybody. Like, be a stay-at-home. Like, I'm like, babe, listen. And last week, I literally told my husband, I'm like, babe, listen. I know what you see is a lot of pressure and a lot of frustration because I'm scaling my business. But understand, in 5 years from now, when I sell this company for $1 billion and I'm taking all my team around the world on a private jet and we're with our family chilling, you will understand the sacrifices that I had to make in this moment. So I need you to work with me. When I come home at 10 and I have to read books and I have to clean and I have to do all these things, I need you to work with me, right? And the second thing is that I wanted to say, most of you guys want your dream husband. You're like, oh, how do I find a Zoe? When I found Zoe, he was living with his mama. When I found Zoe, it appeared that he had less than me. Those are the men that y'all look over. Those are the men that y'all are putting in the friend zone. Those are the men that you're like, oh no, baby. Oh no, you ain't got enough. You this. But that's the man, that same man, I told him, hey, I'm not gonna be able to talk to you for a full week because I'm gonna be working on a purchase order. And that man walked out his mama house and handed me $50,000 and said, I cannot ever miss a day without talking to you. Here's the money for the purchase order, right? So he wouldn't have had that 50K if he wasn't living with his mama, saving up and growing his business. Sometimes you gotta see potential before you really see potential, okay? So y'all want the Zoe now, but y'all ain't want that Zoe when he was living with his mama driving that Lexus, okay? So sometimes you gotta develop, and I'm not talking about seeing a weed and praying that it's a flower. I'm saying seeing a seed and knowing it can become a flower, right? So I just wanted to talk that real quick. Did y'all love this social media panel? I tagged all of them on my Instagram. So DJ, turn it up. Y'all clap it up for them.
I fly with the stars in the skies.
Let's
I
take
am
a
no
pic.
longer trying to survive.
Y'all give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Prize, but to live doesn't mean you're alive.
Come
Don't
on
worry about
now.
me and who I fire. I get
They
what
dropped
I
some
desire. It's
major,
my
major
empire.
gems
And
and
yes, I call
jewels.
shots. I am the umpire.
I'm gonna call
I
up a
sprinkle
few of the
water
girl
upon
mob
the vampire.
team to
In
come
this
to the
very
stage.
moment, I'm
Come meet
king.
me, come
In
on.
this very moment, I slay
I think she has